Academy, our colleagues, the non-teaching staff here present, all guests of the university, members of the Adoga family, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press. Introductory remarks by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ogbodo-Adoga, at this 40th Inaugural Lecture to be delivered by Professor Rosemary Ochanya Ogbodo-Adoga. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 40th Inaugural Lecture of this university. May I invite Professor Adoga to rise. Please rise. Professor Rosemary Ochanya Ogbodo-Adoga was born on 9 March 1967 in Ochobo Community, Benue State, to the family of late Chief Ogbodo William Ede, the Okulodo of Idomaland, and late Mrs. Onowaicho Ogbodo. Please listen carefully. She was raised in a large polygamous family comprising 11 wives and 58 children. Where strong family values, communal support, and harmony shaped her upbringing. Her father, a successful businessman and proprietor of Nothing is New Nigeria Limited, strongly believed in the transformative power of education and invested significantly in education of his children. This commitment laid the foundation for Professor Adoga's outstanding academic and professional achievements. She obtained a primary education at Wesley Primary School, Ochobo, between 1970 and 1976, and attended Padopas Harmony Secondary School, Makurdi, from 1976 to 1981. She subsequently gained admission into the University of Jos, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts in Education, Christian Religious Studies in 1987, a Master of Education in Guidance and Counselling in 1990. Driven by a passion for academic excellence, she later obtained her Doctor of Philosophy degree in Guidance and Counselling from the University of Abuja in 2001. In the same year, she also earned a diploma in journalism from the International Institute of Journalism in Abuja. Professor Adoga has built an impressive career spanning teaching, counseling, research, administration, and mentorship. Her professional experience includes service at Queen Amina College, Kaduna, during her NYSC year, the Benue State Teaching Service Board, the Federal Housing Authority, FCT College of Education, the International Institute of Journalism, Benue Polytechnic, Imo State University Learning Center, and now at the National Open University of Nigeria. She has also distinguished herself as director of the Ubokolo Study Center, demonstrating exceptional administrative and leadership abilities. A renowned scholar in guidance and counseling, Professor Adoga has made significant contributions to knowledge through extensive research, through teaching and scholarly publication. To date, she has authored over 80 journal articles and 16 books, several of which have been recommended and adopted by the FCT Educational Resource Center. Her publications have contributed significantly to educational development and have enhanced teaching and learning across various levels of education. Professor Adoga's influence extends beyond the classroom and pages of academic journals. She actively participated in initiatives supporting the Millennium Development Goals, with 5 of her books recommended as instructional and literary resources for students. In 2019, she represented our institution at an international educational conference in Canada, where her scholarly publications gained global recognition and further enhanced the visibility of the National Open University of Nigeria. In addition to her academic accomplishments, Professor Adoga has contributed to quality assurance in higher education through her service on National University's Commission on Resource Verification and Accreditation exercises. She's a member of several professional bodies, including, and of course, Counselling Association of Nigeria, the Association of Professional Counselors in Nigeria, and the Nigerian Academy of Education. She also serves on the Finance Management Committee of Living Faith Church in Gwaripa, Abuja, reflecting her commitment to community service and moral leadership. Professor Rosemary Ochanya Ogbodo-Adoga is widely respected as an academic, as an educator, counselor, and a researcher. She is happily married and blessed with children. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Professor Rosemary Ochanya Ogbodo-Adoga of the Department of Educational Foundations, the Faculty of Education, as the 40th Inaugural Lecturer, to interact with us on the title Guidance and Counselling, a Pathway to National Development. I invite you, ma'am, to deliver the 40th Inaugural Lecture.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, National Open University of Nigeria, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Technology, Innovation and Research, the Registrar, the Bursar, the University Librarian, the Deans and Directors, distinguished senior colleagues here present, heads of department, distinguished colleagues, members of the university community, invited guests, friends, relatives, and well-wishers, students, members of the fourth realm, the mass media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the topic of discussion before me here, titled Guidance and Counseling for All, a Pathway for National Development. The Vice Chancellor, sir, I give God all the glory and adoration for everything he has done and for me to be on my feet this morning. May his name forever be praised. The concept of guidance and counseling is taken from, my bearing is taken from the Holy Bible. And Noto Hannes, cited in Ogbodo-Adoga 2017, stated that there was a time a Ethiopia eunuch was reading Bible. Maybe he turned the Bible upside down. And Philip was passing. And he knew very well that this man is an illiterate. So he said, do you understand what you're reading? He said, why? I don't understand, except somebody explain. And Philip shook head. That, okay, you need assistance, you need help. So that singular word is referring to guidance, assistance. Somebody need help in a time of problem, since you cannot solve it alone. Then guidance, what is it all about? A lot of authors have said, I don't have time to quote it, but then guidance is guiding people, aiding people, piloting people to go far in life, to go beyond unexpected, to break all the limits. Guidance is everything we need. When you are guided, you behave right and you will do right, and the nation will celebrate you. So guidance is just understanding that when you are guided, you will go far in all your ramifications. So guidance is a way out for every nation. It's a helping profession. Then what guidance is not? Guidance services is not confined only to the school or university. It's everywhere. It's not only to the family. Everybody needs guidance. Every institution, everywhere, mosques, churches, anywhere, traditional, everybody needs guidance. Counseling, so many authors have defined it. I will not have time to quote any author now. It's just about private counseling. It's more interpersonal relationship with your client. A professional counselor having a student or a client, and you go to a quiet place, maybe it's more structure. You are in the office or you are in a quiet place, you are talking with your client with good understanding. So it's more private, and that counseling is confidential. It is not once you do your counseling, then later you air it out, third party hear about it. No. Counseling is private and it's confidential, and it should be between you and your client or your student. What are the goals of guidance and counseling? Guidance and counseling provide educational information. Guidance and counseling provide vocational information when the time for placement or job requirement or what you need to know about placement. The job of the counselor, professional counselor, are eminent there. Personal social, they show you to where to go, how to relate to one another, how to behave well in the society, how you can discipline yourself. So it is a duty of professional counselor to deal with that personal social. Then the difference between the guidance and counseling. Guidance is more open. I can be going on the road and I see somebody, I can be talking. Where are you going? Oh, okay, turn like this. I'm guiding. Or most of the time you can see students, maybe they didn't dress well, say, how are you? Are you one of our students? Okay, which department? I wish you draw your dress up so that it's more neater. They say, no, I'm hurry. I'm going to register's office. I say, even with this dress, when the registrar see you, we run away, say, mad person has come. So dress yourself well. So you are guiding. Anybody can guide. As an elder, as a senior person to anybody, and you see wrong thing, you can come. You correct it, because we cannot leave everything to church, to government, or to individual. Then counseling is more private. The problems that individual has, and you don't want other to know, you go quietly and see professional. They handle it, and nobody will hear about it. And before a client leaves the professional counselor's office, he or she must smile. You must know that you are certified, I am okay with this problem. Then history and development of guidance movement. Before the advent, the coming of the white one, Nigeria, Africa particularly have their own way of helping their people. Like in Yoruba South, West, they have a Babalawo. This Babalawo is a seer. They can secretly go to him that I want to travel. Please pray for me. See, is he going to be successful? He sees beyond what the clients see, and the ministers. Then Igbo, coming down to Igbo, they have Dibia. Dibian also do the same thing. When the people that need their help, we call them healers, seers. So they also minister to them. Then we come to the outside north. They call them Doba or Malam. They also help people to see far what they didn't see. So even before the coming of the white people, we, Nigeria, Africa, we have our own. And Idoma that I'm from is not left out. Idoma, we call them Obochi, Opechi, Ohonyeta. So the people that can help. So why I'm interested in this area is my project, my thesis PhD. We are forced to do the research on it by his blessed memory, Professor Iketonye. He said everywhere for PhD, say everybody go to your locality and find out the means of counseling in your area. One of us run away. He said it's a pastor's wife in Badam. He said, no, she can't do juju. How can she go to herbalist? So she ran. It's like when she went to Ibadan, she explained to the husband said, no, there is a root to every cause. That even as he read theology and is a pastor in deeper life, they even study traditional counsel. Oh yeah, go back. He drove her back and called the dean, the professor. Say, sorry for what transpired between you and my wife. She's coming back. Next week, I'm coming back. I believe you can give me some time to talk with all your students. So he announced to us. And when Helen came, she started laughing. She told us that her husband drove her, that is a normal thing in the university. So the husband came and took us about 30 minutes talk. I was on advantage because it's a compulsory subject in my final year, University of Jos, and I read education religious studies. So I knew something like that. So immediately he told us I left Jos to look for material and meet some of my lecturers to help me. And I showed them the topic. So his blessed memory, Professor Bullis, packed a lot, gave me, say, go and photocopy in the library. So I went and I graduated before all of them. So the same that element of traditional counseling, I authored the book about 4 years, but this year, it came out that third fund approved it because the lecturer that reviewed it said, this is a dry area. The woman tried. She gave me 8.7. He said it's for all higher institutions. She approved it for all the higher institutions. That's the route that everybody should know where is or her coming from. Then development of guidance and counseling in America. America, when you talk about development of counseling in America, we talk about Frank. Our mind will likely go to Frank Passy. He is regarded as the father of guidance. Because in those days where there was problem, no work, unemployment, people were sleeping on the street. He took passion. He was counseling them, advising them, young people from immigrants from all over the world. Passy was counseling them. What did you read? Okay, it has 3 factors. Factors that contributed to one's compatibility, abilities, competent in whatever you are doing, your weak and your strong point. He said, what did you read? Can you face crowd? Can you teach? Can you? And he was helping the youth, the younger one from other nations. Then another one, he was telling them the importance of job placement, the requirement, the risks that are involved. Can you face it? Can you work overnight in the hospital? He was telling them. Then he matched the two with the tell, and he was placing them, and it was a huge success in America then. Development of guidance and counseling down in Nigeria. When we talk about development of guidance and counseling, we refer to Oko Ado in Oyo, Ibadan. Some group of Reverend sisters from Ari, they were heading some girls' school. About 54 are to graduate, but they don't know how to find their bearing. So the Reverend sister went to Federal Ministry of Education in Lagos and seek their permission that, please, so we have 54 students going out, but we want you to come and talk to them so that they can be positioned on whatever they want to do. And they accepted. They sent some personnel there. Then before coming, they have already made an allowance going up and down, inviting the community, other school, office to office. And then everybody came and gathered like this. And they came, they spoke very well. They don't even know that they are even talking of career, but what they read in the university and how they are working, they will come and spell it out that if you read English education, you can teach, you can work in the ministry, you can be a clerk. They were just telling them, from that, this gave birth or the genesis of guidance and counseling in Nigeria. So it started spreading all over, and government now became so much interested and formed career organization. And this career organization now lead to Counseling Association. Career development now spread all over. And that is why we find ourselves being a member of guidance and counseling. What is the present status or the present stand of guidance and counseling? We are large. We are many. We are 50 years this year. And we have our annual international conference in Oyo, August 18 to 26th this year coming. So I invite everybody, come and see Wonder. We publish international. We write, we do symposium, public, we do all kinds of publication there. So when you come there, you meet all kinds of professors, and you will like it. The picture there shows when we are in Kuje last April. Normally, April, we normally converge there to prepare ahead towards August, for the August International. All what we should discuss will be discussed then, and bring the topic out. So those that are interested, they will write and prepare. Then the other side, I was in Makurdi, so I was invited to talk on role of counselor, and the one standing there. And the flyer there is the golden jubilee of our forthcoming international conference. Principle of guidance and counseling. Each person have his or her own dignity. So guidance and counseling is not forced on anybody. It's not compulsory. You that you want a counselor, you have to open up. It's for everybody, but you must open up and state where that problem is. Because professional counselors are not magicians. They cannot just see you and take away the problem. You have to say whatever you want, then step by step, they will guide you. But our hallmark is confidentiality, transparent, no partiality. You can't bend anything. We are straightforward when it comes to counseling. So everybody's school, house, family, churches, mosques, they are involved in counseling. It's for everybody. Then the aim and objective of guidance and counseling. Guidance and counseling develop human being into full nature. You take the totality of human from age 0 to the end. You keep on guiding. It's a process. It's a long-term process. We are not tired because we are professionals. So we do all kinds of rigorous study there and we guide people. Apart from students, anybody in our community that need counseling, why not? We guide, we talk, we do all we can do to make sure we put smile on that person's face. So guidance and counseling help one to actualize somebody's vision. Then the functions of guidance, there are three. We have developmental. Developmental in the face of growing, advancing. When somebody is under guidance, you see the person advancing, progressing. Because what the person is hearing, other person is not hearing. So if he's teaching culture, you teach and the person becomes so wide, doing well in his or her study. So other people that are not under guidance, they are on a disadvantage. Then preventive. Yes, as a counselor, is proactive. Whatever problem that may likely come in future, and we have seen our client or student, we quickly guide the person in order not to see that problem. We inform. We give assignment, go and do this. Go and do this, it will be okay for you. So that the person can achieve whatever he or she wants. Then remedial. Yes, we aid them. Those people that are deficiency, we know all hands are not equal and we have individual differences. When you see your client, you see your student, you know where it's coming from. Whether it's coming from an enlightening area or it's coming from an illiterate background, you know how to start helping him so that to meet up. You are not to shout, you are not to expose the person. That person is too timid. He doesn't know anything. You have killed the person. You can never hear that kind of word from a professional counselor. We hide them and we make friends with them to make sure they pick so that they will not become nuisance to the society. Then guidance services. We have a lot of services in our program. We have orientation. Even this school, there's orientation. When I was in Duse Center 2015 to 17, I was in charge of academic. During the orientation, we were under Professor A.G. Suleiman. He normally say, go and talk on time management or study habit. I talk to them. I create awareness where they need to know because some of them are coming from different backgrounds and they don't know. So I talk to them and at the end, you will see a lot of students fronting my office. Even I was invited for one program one time. One of my students was shouting on me, hey, professor, you don't know me again. You are my student, do say, oh, you help us. But I couldn't picture them because there are so many. So it was talking. I said, thank you, sir. Then we have information. You have to research and make information. Placement, either class or job placement. September is coming. Our professional counselors in secondary school, they will be doing their professional placement to go to the right classes or courses to do, even the university. Then appraise at the end of the day, we appraise whether we are going and we are doing well or we are not doing well. We have to check ourselves. Or whether that client that come is okay. Then referral. We are not master of all. We are limited. Somebody cannot have a medical problem and come to us. No, we refer you to doctor. If you say you are poor, you don't have money, you say, okay, we look for where they give bursary. If you come to other way, we search and we direct you aright. Then occasional guidance in school. Occasional guidance in school started from primary in Federal Ministry of Education. That age 6 to 11. That's just to create self-awareness. Who are you? What can you do? You start gradually and be talking to this younger one so that they can identify the factors they want. Is it okay if I go like this? Is it not okay if I do this? So we guide them. No, that stage of fantasy, they can do anything, thinking that they are doing the right thing, but they keep on changing because they have to be creative. Or whatever they are thinking there is unrealistic, it's not achievable. They are just wishing. So I have some book there, guiding there, authored by inaugural lecturer today, approved by Educational Resources Abuja, Zone 7. They have been using it. And why all this book came about, when the curriculum, the scheme of work for counseling came up, I was doing part-time with University of Abuja, and so many counselors were calling me, madam, please, under this concept, what can you say? Our supervisor is coming from FCT. We don't know what to write. I test, so then there was no WhatsApp. I keep on testing. When you talk, I test. You talk, I test. So I became tired. I said, why can't I just put it down in a notebook? That is why different classes, sincerely, Awake the Giant is the title. So when they saw it in Silit, week 1, what you need to do, week 2, what you need to do, first 10, second 10, they say wonderful. And the whole Counseling Association of Nigeria started using it. So even the conference that I don't go, they say, where is Awake? That basic woman from Abuja, because one of my first book is Basic Career. It was a seminar on career that I presented. Then his blessed memory, Professor Ekotonye said, this your talk is good. Why don't you do more so that I will do more research? Then you put it for FCT or parents to buy, that this book is good. If I take my time to do it well. So that is her. And I launched it. About 9 ministers were in attendance because he helped me to go around. He was the dean of postgraduate there. So he invited all his big friends. And they launched the book. It was so that was how that one was even approved by the FCT by Alhaja Kwanga. Then all these books, they are used by then. Senior secondary school is age 15 to 17, adolescent, delicate problems. So professional counselors are very careful in adolescent handling, because immediately they miss their way there. That is the end. They are heading to destruction. So we don't joke with them. When you see younger one dressing habitually, making hair anytime, or boys wearing as if their panties drawing or what like that, you call them to order, because some of them, they don't understand. So you correct them. Even the compound, when I drive, I see them, I say, come on, are you one of our students? This thing you wear, if this or any of the officials see you, they will drive you. They won't give you admission. Why not go and dress well? They say, Mommy, thank you. They will go. So I keep on telling them when I see right. When I see them. Then tertiary information, tertiary stage, that is where we find ourselves. It's still adolescent. We do a lot of counseling, and there are books recommended for them. Their book recommended for them. The need for guidance and counseling. Why must we do guidance and counseling? A lot, because of problem. Expansion of the school. Problem, changing curriculum all the time. Even last year, there was problem about spoken English. Our able merited professor, Jagede, has to go with some team or professor from Nigeria Academy to the minister to say, you can't remove it. If you remove my mother's tongue, what are we doing? What are we teaching? That was why they had to revise. So because of that, counselor is there to guide them. Technology change every day. We are there to inform them. This thing have changed. Have you heard? Start training. So we are there for them. Then the scope of guidance and counseling. There are 3 scopes: educational and academic counseling, vocational counseling, and personal social. Under vocational counseling, we talk about job placement. In the secondary school, your placement, your subject combination, because if you are reading medicine and you didn't do physics or chemistry, you have missed it. So professional counselor have to do work there well. Then vocational counseling, we do our placement. This subject you have selected, are they in line with what Nigeria curriculums are doing? We go detail. We refer to our work and we do it. Then personal social. Relationship, your dressing method is very genuine to counselors. When you come to our office and you didn't dress well, your hair is one kind, we scold you and we become your friend and will tell you the right thing to do. Then, who are the professional counselors? The professional counselor, they are members of counseling association. They pass through the university. They either have first degrees and they have master degree, PhD, and they do it well. Rigorous study, up and doing to make sure things go well. We are empathy, putting ourselves in suit of that person. When the person is coming with rage, I say, no, calm down. It's a small thing. You get over it. People have been facing this and you are not alone. So, no, we couldn't die. By the time you are leaving office, you must smile. If you have not smiled, then that professional counselor has failed. So we know that. So emotional stability, we have to be stable. We have to control we have to be kind. So that even when problem is surrounded us, we pretend, we push it down, that nothing is happening because we are counselor. If you started showing that you are a bunch of problems, everybody will run away from you. So we have to be genuine, transparent, make sure we do our work. Then we have negative counselors. The counselors that have not done well, they go about gossiping, say what they don't supposed to say. Why the workload are immense in their office. They have not opened the file. They can't even counsel their students. It's a problem. We have a lot of them in our ministry. And we have been talking to them. When I was in FCT deputy counselor, I talked to them, I trash it down, they report, I talk to them. In Makodina, I always talk to them, disease from all art. You are there to put smile on people's face. If you as a counselor start misbehaving, then what else will others do? They will run into hiding. Then the positive one, those ones that continue working, they continue do the right thing. They don't even bother whether you are talking or not. They make sure they do what is expected of them. And the picture in Kuje last April is the time management is so important to counseling. You know, everything is tying up. As a student, the day you started your registration, start reading. Don't pile up notes. I always tell my students, it's like working. The day you got your employment, you start saving. It's not when the time comes, say, don't have this, had I know this. No, you started that day, saving small, and do the right thing. So time management, I have books for them there. A breadwinner study habit, time management effectively and all that. The book are recommended by ERC to guide them, and they patronize them a lot. The world is a global village. When we talk about the forms of technology that we use, a lot, because distant we talk. Like last November, I supervised somebody from Malaysia who were on video talk for over 1 hour. We are talking. I don't know if those students are online. They are talking because I invited them. We are talking. So there's no distance in any way again for counselor, except maybe you are, even if you are in remote anything, email is there to help us, chat base is there to help us, and video, everything there to support us. Individual counseling is about the counseling of one-on-one. You see my picture there with my student. He came to my office and I was talking. I said he should snap us. So I was talking about the planning of his life. So that is individual. It's not open to anybody. It's between me and he. And the group counseling is a counseling that a group have the same problems. Maybe you don't have culture of reading. Maybe problem of relationship. Maybe problem of neatness or how to go on in life. Then you group them and tell and share the topic to them so that at least each person contribute. Like when I was in the university, we brainstorm. And it's very effective because a question may come. That questions, the topic somebody discussed, when the question comes on that area, you will likely remember the talk of that person. You write. So I always encourage my students. Anything group is important. The pictures are there. So, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, my work with National Open University is documented. And the detail of all my research work are also documented. There are many, and that is why I pick one by one and summarize to be here to talk this afternoon. As I'm concluding, Mr. Vice Chancellor, there are so many problems in Nigeria. How do we handle them? How do we go about them? The government are even tired. Parents don't even have time now. They are tired. They shift everything to the teachers. Teachers also, they are human beings. They hustle to make money too. So the parents have their problem. We cannot pretend. Is that this lead to drug addict, because nobody is talking to this younger one. Emotional problem, different problem here and there. So, Mr. Vice Chancellor, the only way out is instruction. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you people to listen to me. I have two messages, even if I cannot get anyone. This two message is from the Bible because I started from the Bible and I'm ending with the Bible. In the book of Psalm 32:8, it says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eyes on you. That's God talking to the children of Israel. So are you going to obey the instruction of everything that the school authority laid down? Then the pathway is for you for the national development. Then secondary, the second message, Proverbs 11, verse 24, saying, where there is no counsel, the people fell. But in the multitudes of counselors, there is safety. So counselors are paramount. Counselors are important. Counselors are the key of national development. So if you take counselors away, education fell. And we always say in our annual conference that whether they like or let them implement, but it's affecting the nation. That is affecting the nation. We always recommend, send to the ministry and all that. We have it to local level, federal level, state level. So we have all professional counselors to cover all area. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, my recommendation as I concluded. Professional counselors in National Open University should be given a short loan to develop psychological soft books that can guide our students, that can help them aid out, that can help even staff to put smile on their face. Secondary, the establishment of the nursery and primary in Kaduna. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I want you to bring those sister schools to Abuja, the major cities, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Lagos. Let's start from the major city so that we produce our 9 children to be a good leader. And maybe that one will change Nigeria for good. Thank you very much for listening, and God bless you. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, my acknowledgement. There are people that helped me in the journey of life. They have been taking me up and down. It's long, but it's documented. I give God the glory for everything he has done. For everything he has done for me to be on my feet. I give him cementing this thing. I also thank my parents for giving me a kind of life that I live today, especially my parents, my mother, my father, my grandmother, and my auntie, Rosemary Ochanya. They have helped me. My cousin, my sibling, I told you that I'm from a large family. The person sitting here is my cousin. He has retired as a director general from Standard. So he has helped me too. When I was in Jos and he was in Jos, I go to his house on and on. There is no way I'll go weekend and the wife will not package things. And I keep on telling my father that I went to brother, this is what I got. I went to him, my father said, hey, thank you. So there are so many things they have done to me. My community, they are sitting here, my brethren. They are here. You can start up for recognition with the permission of, of the Vice Chancellor, sorry. I just talk and they are all here with me. Thank you very much for the sacrifice of the time you come to spend with me. God bless you. My children are also here. The little one that are here, Oche and Ochena, they are here. Thank God for their life, for giving me, and my husband also, Harrison Adoga Abo. He has helped me a lot. He's a banker, was a banker, but has passed on. May his soul continue to rest in peace. He has packaged a lot to me. I thank God for that. Then my siblings, my church members, they are also here from Warimpa and elsewhere. I thank you people with my pastors. We are welcome. God bless you. You have done well to identify with me this afternoon. There's a lot of teaching that I've collected from them. So my professor, my family in Faculty of Education, everybody I acknowledge. My junior one, my elderly one, my colleague, all the colleagues in Faculty of Education, time will not permit me to start calling the name. You are all acknowledged. I thank you very much for the contribution. Even when I'm not around, this one will call me, he will say one thing, they will say another thing. So I'm grateful with you. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you. As a journey back.
Thank you very much, Professor Rosemary Ochanya Ogbodo-Adoga. You agree with me, that was guidance and counseling for all, a pathway for national development. At this juncture, may I invite the inaugural lecturer to officially present the 40th Inaugural Lecture to the Vice Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria.
Yes, thank you, sir. God bless you for the gift. Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you. Thank you.
This is a special presentation from the Faculty of Education, where Professor Rosemary Ochanya is from, and the dean will be making this official presentation. Dean.
A presentation to Professor Rosemary Ochanya Ogbodo-Adoga on the successful presentation of the 40th Inaugural Lecture titled Guidance and Counselling for All, a Pathway to National Development. On behalf of the Faculty of Education, I congratulate you, Prof.
We congratulate you, Prof, for this inaugural lecture. I'm particularly thankful that you kept to time and the message well delivered. You started by asking us questions about the Utopian eunuch, right? Understandest thou what thou readest? The question now to ask, understandest thou what thou hearest? So I want to thank you very much. I think it's a good thing that you are a counselor. While I was reading the citation, I tried to take count of every member of the Mafiana family. We're not up to 58. That is the entire Mafiana family. We're not up to 58. But one man. So, we thank you very much.
Is he still alive? Is he alive?
Okay. So, if he was alive, we would have sent you back to him. But I'm sure he's hearing us. Congratulations, sir. All right, you have taken us through the rubrics of counseling, guidance. Perhaps counseling is better than guidance because I understand two of them are not the same. So, and I was getting worried that I didn't hear how counseling would work better in our university, given the type of education that we offer. And at a point, I was also afraid whether it is counseling that has failed the nation, whether government puts pressure on you as teachers to do what you're expected to do. Government is not inanimate. There are human beings that occupy that office. Many of them are parents. Teachers are also parents. So if there is failure in the system, we will hold all of ourselves responsible for that. So once again, I want to thank you. We will look at the 12 recommendations that you have made and those aspects that concern our university, we would readily take them. Once again, congratulations. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I'd like to thank the family of Adoga. I'm sure that if all of you were to be here, this hall would not contain you. So for those of you who have, under the circumstance, come to rejoice with us, rejoice with your daughter and sister, we thank you very much. Our colleagues wrote in red, we cannot but also thank you. All the time, you have always made our inaugural lecture very, very, very entertaining. We thank you, deans, directors, heads of departments for that. Our colleagues, non-teaching, we thank you. Former Vice Chancellor, Vincent Inaugural, we knew when you sneaked in. We thank you for coming. You have continued to support us. We are grateful. Members of all the church, Living Faith, Warimpa. I'm very sure that you have been receiving counseling all along. Yes, for free for that matter. And perhaps because of the nature and character of our inaugural lecture, that is why you belong to the Finance Management Committee of the church. So, congratulations. And members of University Management, thank you very much. And of course, last but not the least, there is the Faculty of Education that has produced this scholar. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, my Vice Chancellor, ably represented by Professor Chedu Mafian. My Vice Chancellor, sir, if we are a country where proper records are kept, given the large number of wives and siblings, we probably would have been looking at the Benue version of King Solomon. On that note, may I ask we all be on our feet for the closing rites.